Lock up your bikes and feel the heat. It's time for another episode of Podcast Gagotoku, aka Like a Podcast. I am your host, Argyle, and with me, as always, is Jordan.
Yeah! Yeah! I cannot believe that this is the second to last episode of our Yakuza 0 playthrough.
Yeah, I can't believe
it's kind of
this
blowing
is the
my
second
mind.
to last episode of our podcast. After next week, it's over, folks.
This is the second to last
we
episode
only like
of our
we only like
podcast.
Yakuza 0. We hate all the other ones, and we're not going to talk about them.
we're the Yakuza fans.
We're only Yakuza
We're the
0
Yakuza fans who are like, oh, I love Yakuza. I love to play as Majima in Sotenbori.
Majima's so cool.
Who is Akiyama? Never heard of him.
Kiryu's kind of boring. He's weird. I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't like him, and I don't like his weird suit. I don't like his weird, crazy suit. So this is, I feel like it's we should just dive right in. I got nothing else to talk about. Do you have? Oh wait, you do have something to talk about.
I have a special announcement.
Just stomping all over.
Yeah. So
yes.
I got a job about 9 months ago, and I've just kind of been accruing money all that time. You know, I live with my parents. I don't pay rent. I don't really have that many bills to pay. So I've got a nice chunk of cash saved up. So I figured I should spend that money on something. So I was, through a friend of a friend of a friend, I was able to get the hookup on something you guys might know as Aha Water, the one and only drink that Kiryu bought all those years ago in Kamurocho.
Are we doing a live taste test on stream on podcast?
It only cost me $5,000 for a can, but I think it's worth it for the content. I think we're gonna have a
content
good time.
That was a good. We're getting a good pop audio here.
Yeah, I'm just kind of priming the tab here. I'm gonna just there we go.
Oh, that's a premium crack. That's a crack that's worth 1,000,000 yen.
Yeah, that's Aha sparkling water, blueberry and pomegranate flavored.
We'll put the picture on the Twitter so you know that we're not fooling and we're not just putting it. This is the real deal. Let's get some tasting notes in here. What are you getting?
I'm smelling it.
Mm-hmm. You're spinning it around in your hand like a sommelier.
Just getting some nice berry fragrance from this.
I gotta say, I'm pretty jealous of you right now, and I don't even like carbonated beverages. I just can't believe I don't have my
take a gulp.
I don't have my hands on such a premium product. Do you feel stronger? Do you feel younger?
I feel absolutely rejuvenated. I think that has taken 5 years off my life, but in the good way. By which I mean I feel like I'm 18 again.
It's put the wind back in your sails, I think.
I feel so good, refreshed, hydrated. I feel like I could run just 10 miles right now and not break a sweat.
Money well spent?
Actual genuine review, because this is a joke, of course. This is Coca-Cola Aha sparkling water, which I did buy just because of the goof for the content. I will say, it's not completely undrinkable swill like all of the other sparkling waters I've tried. I can taste something with it besides the carbonation.
Whoa. All right, this is the part where we start making LaCroix jokes, folks. This is the part where I'm a simple person. I just like to drink a nice cold water, and that's pretty much the only thing.
No, yeah, I'm mostly a water boy.
Water and coffee.
I'm like a funny Adam Sandler water boy most of the time. I am from Louisiana.
That explains.
Yeah,
that explains a lot.
Sweet, delicious H2O. But, I have tried sparkling waters a few times, and every time it just tastes like carbonation to me, and it tastes bad. And I hate it. It's just like there's nothing there except for carbonation. And I don't like just sparkling water. It doesn't taste good to me.
No, it's bad on the tongue to me.
And while this, I would not drink it again. I will perhaps actually finish this can and not just pour it down the sink or the toilet.
My My horrible soda take is that one time I accidentally drank a flat Dr. Pepper, and I said, "Oh, that's not bad." And then I found out that it was like 2 days old and stale and flat, and I felt like a monster. But I also I accepted my truth that I'm not a soda drinker, and I never will be.
Honestly, I think I'd have a better time if I just sat here and sniffed the aroma coming out of the can. That's more pleasant than drinking it, if you ask me. I'm just gonna put this over here. Unfortunately, I didn't fill up my water cup before I did this, so I don't really have anything to wash that down. I'm trapped here. I'm trapped here at my desk with this can of Aha water, and I don't have any actual water to like get the taste out of my mouth. Is what I'm saying.
Oh no. The feel when all you have to wash down the Aha water is more Aha water.
I'm gonna be too rejuvenated. It's like the Fountain of Youth episode from Futurama. I'm just gonna keep getting younger until I'm a little fetus and I blink out of existence.
All right, enough about soft drink Coca-Cola free advertising. Let's get into the chapter, shall we?
Yeah, what chapter are we talking about this week?
This is
Jordan?
chapter 16, the penultimate chapter of Yakuza 0. It's called Proof of Love.
Everybody say proof of love.
Everybody say proof of love. That's right. Thanks, Sam, for that joke.
Yeah.
So back, we're on the roof of building at famous empty lot.
Yeah.
Makoto can see, allegedly.
Yeah, she can see.
Little bit. Just a little. You can we get like a Makoto what is it? A Makoto POV.
Yeah, POV.
I almost said FMV, which I guess the Yakuza movie, the Takeshi Miike movie, is basically an FMV Yakuza game if you think about it.
Yeah, so we see through Makoto's eyes for just a little bit, and we see what Majima looks like, and he's just a silhouette. So
he's like a Majima shaped blur.
Yeah, he's not even really Majima shaped. He's just kind of vaguely human shaped.
Yeah, she explains that he's like, "What? How did this happen?" And she says that they were at the empty lot, and she saw her brother for the first time in 10 years, except she was still blind and he was dead. And then she touched his dead body, and then light started coming into her eyes. I choose to believe this has something to do with the power of Tachibana's stand that we never got to.
Yeah, he has the power to take light away for 10 seconds, but he also has the power to give light. Now that he has access to his sister and the empty lot, he can do it for as long as he wants. So he can give his sister light for as long as she needs it, which is forever, for her whole life.
Forever. That's right. He can take away light for as long as he needs, and he doesn't really need to take away light for more than 10 seconds. He just needed to show off. She can also tell that he was horribly tortured, and she hates the fact, she says, all over a little patch of dirt. Isn't this a little twisted?
Yeah, she's I mean, not to make light of this, because it is like she is kind of
she's going through a bad time.
She's in a dark place, but yeah, she's also going full Joker mode right now.
She that's the sad truth of Makoto Makimura in the end of Yakuza 0, is that she does have a very brief phase where she Detroit becomes epic.
Understandable, though. Like, I understand.
Yeah, she's mad. She's pissed, and she's been through a lot. But I guess I just I think she dialed it in a little too much for it to be healthy or reasonable. But that makes sense because she's been through some shit. She explains that she wants to take down the whole Dojima.
Well, more specifically, the 3 lieutenants. Like, they are directly responsible for her brother's death. So she says, "Hey, Majima, you want to do something for me? I'll give you $1 billion."
It'd be really funny if she singled out Kuze. She's like, "There's this Dojima lieutenant. His name is Daisaku Kuze, and I want you to fight him 8 times and then kill him." Because, like, as far as I can tell, Awano specifically had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I don't think she's ever seen... Well, I mean, of course, she hasn't seen any of them, but, like...
Yeah, I guess that's true. She doesn't know which one did it, so she's just going to... she's going to take the easiest route of just having all of them killed. And also Sohei Dojima.
She doesn't even. I don't think she even says anything about Dojima himself.
Yeah, she does. She says she wants the lieutenants, and she says she wants them all dead.
Oh, okay.
I think.
So she reaches. She
reaches
a compromise later.
Yeah, she if anything, she becomes more reasonable later. And she says that she'll pay Majima, the hitman who couldn't even kill her, 1 billion yen to do it.
And he's like, no, I don't. I think you're kind of like going a little insane, Makoto. I don't think this is a good idea. You should think this through. And she says, okay, fuck you. I'm leaving.
And she's like, I'll do it myself. And then he's like, okay, I need to figure out how to keep her from doing something extremely dumb. So he says, why don't we go eat some takoyaki just like old times? Remember when Hai Li was still alive?
Yeah, look, you're all caught up in your head, like your emotions are going wild because of what's happened. You need some food in your stomach to just kind of calm you down. We'll go get some takoyaki just like we did, like, a few days ago. It'll be fine. You'll be fine.
You'll like it. I gotta be honest. After what Wen Hai Li did to her, where he put sleeping pills in her aha water, I cannot believe that Makoto would be ever willing to accept food or drink from another human being ever again.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe she's just like, well, since I can kind of see, and also I'll be right there when we get it.
That's true.
I don't know.
She doesn't trust food that's not made in front of her.
Yeah, I mean, still, like, probably don't trust like that.
So now it begins the segment of escorting Makoto to, mainly the takoyaki place by Tenkaichi Street that is there for a few games. You have to kind of walk with her because she's still legally blind.
Yeah. She does fall down every once in a while, and I hate to see it.
It's really upsetting. Also, Makoto did get rid of her cane.
Nishiki took it. He was like, "Oh, sweet, a new cane. Oh, it's got a knife in it. Fucking cool, dude."
Kiryu used her cane for a heat move, and that's why she doesn't have it anymore. It's not like that's what it was probably. Like she didn't want to get rid of it, but she's like, "Yeah, I don't know, some guy took my cane." And Kiryu's just like, sick, there's a knife. Damn, that's rad. I will say something really funny that happened to me while I was playing this section, where you have to escort Makoto, is that if you walk slowly, which why in the world do you ever have a reason to do that in Yakuza?
Because you're escorting a blind woman.
Well, I'm saying besides this one very specific circumstance, when are you taking a pleasant stroll when the entire when 3 men in black and 1 biker gang and one group of punks?
I can't do that in these games. I can do it in the Dragon Engine because you walk substantially faster in those games.
You do walk faster, and it's just nice to and you can play in first person too, which is fun to look around, but I'm always running in Yakuza 0. But because the game wow, it's like so much details. If you walk, sometimes people will walk up to you and try to talk to you, I think they're trying to sell you stuff.
Yeah.
So I was walking past the theater boulevard or whatever, and 2 of them came up to me at the same time. So it was Majima walking, and then 2 guys on either side, and then Makoto taking up the rear. So it was just a whole squad, some kind of suicide squad. It's really funny to look at. Anyways, the takoyaki has a big line.
Yeah, everybody decided it's takoyaki night, baby.
Yeah,
so we're not going to get it here.
Didn't you hear? We're all here for Ericure 3. And then the takoyaki tie-in, and then someone steals the takoyaki from the little boy. Majima has to solve this. Son, I just wanted to get you the takoyaki.
Before Majima gets caught up in that subplot, Makoto tells him that she saw or smelled another takoyaki stand over in just a big plaza with a bunch of buildings. Theater Square, basically.
And he's like, yeah, it's Theater Square. It's gotta be Theater Square. So you go over there. This takoyaki lady is some kind of ghost or spirit, I think. I have my theories.
Yeah, she's never been here before. She will never be
and
here
she never
afterwards.
shows up here again. She's only appears to Majima in a situation where it is extremely important that he gets some takoyaki right now. And then all of a sudden, this mysterious old woman in a tiny little takoyaki cart shows up in a place that is never seen to have a takoyaki stand ever again. I'm telling you, this lady's a spirit or something. Some kind of ghost. Some kind of fried octopus ghost.
Something like that.
Something like it's gotta be that.
She's there to serve takoyaki and also aggressively ship Majima and Makoto.
Yeah, she goes online and she sees the Majima Kiryu fan art and she hates it. She gets so mad. She's like, "No, I'm only played. I get this out of my sight. I've only played Yakuza 0 and I've only seen Majima with Makoto. So yeah, she's like, "Oh, he's a keeper. He takes a leaf off of your head."
It's a cute
Majima's a dick to service employees. This is something we need to unpack.
Hurry it up, you old broad. Give me the takoyaki. I need it piping hot right now.
Less talking, more cooking, lady. Give me the takoyaki.
That's what Majima sounds like now.
Yeah. I mean, he does when he's being mean to food service employees.
And Makoto's
Why
like,
don't you give us a smile?
Keeper. He is a keeper. I wouldn't be where, I wouldn't have gotten nearly as far as I have without him. Aw. Sweet moment.
Aww. Sweet moment. And then she tells the takoyaki lady that that they met. She's like, "Oh, how did you meet? How did you two meet?" And then she's like, "Well, he was hired to kill me, and then he didn't." She's like, "Oh, okay."
Wow.
And then she
tale as old as time. They talk about that one all over the town. The people. I wish, they've made.
That's how I met my husband.
They've made so many movies with that plot. It's kind of cliche at this point.
I'm a good sucker for a classic hired to kill you and then fall in love situation. And also because Majima was so mean to her before he said, "Wow, what a keeper. He's so great. He treats some service employees like shit." She's so used to that from people that when Makoto's like, "Wow, what delicious takoyaki. Smells so good." She's like, "I'll throw in an extra order just for you. Thank you for not yelling at me. Thank you for not naming items that aren't actually on my menu." And
then Majima probably doesn't tip.
They don't tip in Japan, but Majima especially doesn't tip.
Yeah.
He's like, "Can I also get a pizza?" And she's like, we only serve takoyaki." And he's like, "Well, why don't you serve pizza?" And then he takes the takoyaki and leaves without tipping, especially hard.
They go to Children's Park to eat the takoyaki.
Yeah, I did check. I was like, can Majima go into the Pocket Circuit? And then if you look at Pocket Circuit, which is right next door, he's like, "This shit is for kids. I would never do this."
Uh-oh. Majima 20 years from now.
Yeah. Well, that's when this is when he's serious, Majima. This is before he becomes funny.
Yeah, this is before he gets fully Joker-fied.
Yeah. So this is good takoyaki, apparently.
Delicious. Yum, yum.
Makoto says that Osaka takoyaki has finally met its match.
Wow.
From this mysterious lady. "Oh, can you get some more? Oh, where'd she go? She's gone." Wow.
Oh, no. Majima offers to go get more. Makoto starts to go, but he's like, "No, you just stay here. You're blind." Dummy.
Oh, well, first Majima asks her how she plans on getting her revenge specifically, and then she says it's a secret. And then Majima says that no matter what you do, the Dojima family would definitely kill you extremely good, and just totally get you, and there's nothing you could do about that. And then he says, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it the right way. And she says that she's not gonna change her mind on this. And then she says, "Oh, can you get me some more takoyaki?"
So you go to get more takoyaki. Thankfully, the old lady hasn't disappeared yet.
Yeah, she'll disappear after this cutscene.
Yeah. She gives you some nice takoyaki for free. And
for free.
Says, "Come back anytime, kiddo."
And then Majima says, "Shut up! Don't talk to me!"
But I will be back for more takoyaki.
I will
in the
be back
future,
for more.
Sure.
I love my regular customers.
You go back to Children's Park, and nobody's there except for an old homeless guy who says,
God damn it.
"Give me the takoyaki, punk."
He's like shaking. Mr. Shakedown is there, and he's like, I thought that I figured out the way to become truly the strongest man, and it's with that takoyaki. No,
I've been searching all over for this mysterious woman. They say she makes the best takoyaki.
She
it can make you stronger, healthier.
Once every 100 years.
And you have some of it right there. I need it.
I need to wash it down with this 1 million yen aha water. This guy says that Makoto left him a message. I appreciate Makoto. I'm such a fucking idiot. I wrote down in my notes, nice of Makoto to not tell the homeless guy to look out for a guy with an eye patch, and then I remembered the entire plot of Yakuza 0 and why she couldn't do that, and I'm a fucking idiot. How does Makoto not know that Majima has an eye patch?
I mean, she knows that he lost an eye. He's told her that.
Yeah, but I don't know. Some people have glass eyes.
Yeah,
some people
true.
have cool. Some people just leave it.
Some people just wear sunglasses all the time. Like
some people just wear sunglasses all the time. No, but she says she's told him specifically to look for the guy who's carrying takoyaki, and said to meet on the roof of the Who Gives a Shit building at the empty lot at 5:00 tomorrow.
It's the Sebastian building in Roppongi.
No, the Sebastian building is later.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The other.
This could be the Crescendo building, but I think it's just a building.
Yeah, it might. I think it's just a building. Yeah. So
and now it's tomorrow. I love that it literally, the scene just like fades out, and then Majima says, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow now.
It's snowing. That means it's tomorrow.
That means it's almost the end of Yakuza 0, and it's dramatic. The air is cold, and it's winter. It's the the winter. It symbolizes Merry Majima. In my Yakuza video games, Majima doesn't say Merry Christmas anymore, and I think that's a big problem.
Yeah, Yakuza 7 coming out this year.
Yeah,
we're gonna be saying Merry Christmas again.
Yeah, he's gonna say Merry Christmas, and then the funny foreigner will say Happy Holidays, and then you'll fight him, and it'll be really cool.
Hell yeah.
So we go to the top of the building, and Machima's just sitting there. He pulls out the watch that Makoto had.
Yeah.
That it had been. It's funny because it had been a long time since the watch got mentioned or referenced.
Yeah, we haven't seen it since he slipped it into his coat all those chapters ago.
Yeah, but he like pulls it out almost as if to like check the time, even though the watch is completely broken.
Yeah.
So he's like he's just pulling it out basically to remind the player that the watch is a thing that exists.
I mean, that's fair. That's
it
standard
works.
writing shit.
I just think it's funny that he's like, gotta check the time. Oh, right. Doesn't work. Damn it.
I put the wrong watch in my coat.
I was gonna take the working one that belonged to another lady that I had to kill, or tried to kill, and couldn't do it.
And then a bunch of goons come in.
That's not Makoto.
Those are
Who
goons.
are these guys?
These are
These are those stock Yakuza goons that they sell at Yakuza Costco.
Yeah, you
can buy
these
bulk.
you can buy a case of these guys for like $15. Come on. This
sucks. This isn't Makoto. And they're here like, Makoto has used her $15 to pay us to come and beat the shit out of you.
We work for Shibusawa.
I like when they say, we paid good money for the Kijin clan and you fucked it all up by...
And then we had to fucking kill him.
Yeah, we had to kill him. It turns out we should have hired an Osaka Yakuza who was less twisted.
God, but don't worry, Makoto, right now, she's making a deal with the boss, so it's all good, and we're gonna kill you, though.
We're gonna throw you off this roof. If we are the only Yakuza in all of Kamurocho who don't know who you are and why you're a problem for us. So Majima beats them up with his Majima skills.
Yeah, he's not intimidated by them, and in fact reads this as an invitation from Makoto to go to wherever she is making a deal.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know if this is true. I don't actually think we ever get an
I feel like it is,
for...
because I think she knows, like, these guys aren't going to be able to take him out. They're just,
I guess. Do you think she knew that they were going to immediately tell him?
I don't know for what reason
are?
she would want him there, though. I guess.
I guess is like an insurance, like just in case.
Maybe. I don't know.
So Majima beats the fuck out of all of these guys, and he beats them up and kicks their ass, and then they're on the ground, and one of them's like, "I'll never tell," and then Majima says, "Okay, I'll kill you and move on to your friend." I love every time Majima threatens to kill a person, because you know that he can't. Reminder to all of our listeners that no matter what you think, Majima and Kiryu both have never killed anyone.
Yeah.
At least,
despite the events that we, relay to you every week.
Majima has a body count of 0.
Exactly.
So he's kind of all bark, no bite. And the guy, he's like, "I'll kill you and move on to your friend." And he's like, "They're at the Sebastian building in Roppongi."
All right, cool.
Says, "Okay, cool.
Great.
Cool. All right, see ya.
So,
see you later.
We're
Bye."
going to take a taxi to the Sebastian building.
Are we?
You get in the taxi, you tell the taxi driver, "1 trip to Roppongi, please," and he takes you to Sotenbori. So you figure while you're there...
I need to get to Makoto. I need to get to her right now. And then he drops you right off at the door of Club Sunshine and says, "This first."
He says, "Wait, you got important business to do first." And you say, "Well,
you've got something very important to do."
Yeah, because we've only got one club left to fucking demolish, and it's Club Moon, baby.
Hell yeah.
Run by the head of the 5 stars, Tsukiyama himself.
We're gonna get him. We're gonna get his ass.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking get his ass. So, once you get to 2,000 fans, normal procedure, you want to go and scope the place out. So you and Yoda and then Aichan and Yuki also volunteer to go and take a look at Club Moon. So you all go over there. It's like pretty near the Cabaret Grand. It's up north on Sotenbori Street. And they're peeking out from behind a sign like in Scooby-Doo. They're just like, looks pretty fancy. No wonder people like it.
It's got to be in one of these. They got to be in one of these many doors, and then they run through all the doors. Majima leaves to go make a big comedy sandwich.
Yeah, he shuffles a bunch of ham and bread and lettuce together like a deck of cards, and he eats it all in one bite. And then while they're doing that, somebody calls out from behind them, "Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty great club." And it's somebody else peeking out from a sign that's behind them, like a Scooby-Doo character, who reveals themselves to be Mana, the top girl at Club Moon. She knew
She's
you would be here.
She's gonna tell us her secret.
She knew that you guys would be here because Tsukiyama knew you would be here and told her. And she says, "Yeah, it's no big deal. I'll give you the grand tour. It'll be fun. You guys seem great. We'll have a good time in there." And Majima says, "No, I don't want to do this. They've got us beat on espionage, girls. We can't do this. We need to regroup and try this again." So you all leave, and Mana's like, they seem fun. And Tsukiyama is there, and he says, "Majima, you get to 5,000 fans, and Kotomi is also there.
We love Kotomi.
She approaches Mana, and she's like, the Club Sunshine gang. They're snooping around. It's only a matter of time until Tsukiyama crushes them," and then Mana's just smiling, having a good time, and she says, "Yeah,
I'm loading my gun." Kotomi is the one who kills all the people, right?
Yeah, she's the assassin. She's the Agent 47 for Tsukiyama.
12 shots, enough to kill everyone who owns a club in Osaka.
Yeah. So you get the 5,000 fans, and Kotomi walks in, and she's like, nice little place you got here. You know, it'd be a shame if something happened to it. And everybody's like, oh, we're not intimidated by you. Get out of here. Scram, skedaddle. We're gonna take down Club Moon once and for all. And Tsukiyama's there, and he's like, yeah, well. Oh, wait. Tsukiyama's not there. Kotomi is there to invite Majima to the Cabaret Grand because Tsukiyama is there and he wants to see him. So you go there, and Tsukiyama's like, hey, I bought the place out because I figure it'll be a fitting end for me to just buy it out right before
I put
it dies.
A giant pile of cash on the ground, and now we can have a big fight. I've already called the police.
Look, I can get an OTPHJ. I can feel a boob. It'll be great. And he's like, yeah, well, this club kind of sucks. I hate it. But it's always been my goal the whole time to take down the Cabaret Grand. And Majima asks, why would you want to do that? And he says, I'm not going to tell you.
It's a secret to everyone.
It's a secret to everyone. I'm not going to tell you. Anyways, it's been good. Bye.
It's been real. See ya.
Yeah.
See you, Majima.
Yeah, you go back to Club Sunshine, and everybody's like, wow, that was scary. Did anything bad happen? And Majima's just like, no, it's fine. But he does want to take down the Cabaret Grand. That's kind of weird. And all the girls are there.
It's not great for my. I mean, let's be real. I'm not getting anything out of making money for Sagawa through the Cabaret Grand at this point. So honestly, if Tsukiyama completely destroyed it for fun, then I don't see why Majima would care that much.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, it's a matter of personal pride, I guess. He's like, well, I am still the manager, and I do have a reputation to uphold.
Yeah. So all the girls are there, and they say, we're gonna do this. We're gonna work together. All the girls. So like for most of these, it's just been Aichan and Yuki. Because you have, like, Yuki's there from the start, and you have to do Club Mars first, and then you can do the other three. But now all of the girls are there because you have to have done all of them by this point.
All the platinum ones, yes.
Yeah.
We don't give a shit about the randos.
No, yeah. All the gold, silver, bronze girls, they don't matter. They don't
matter. Majima doesn't care about them. He's never even talked to them.
Yeah, all the platinum girls are there. And they say, yeah, we're going to do this. And then you get to 10,000 fans, and it is time for the Cabaret Club battle. Tsukiyama walks in.
The final boss.
Yeah, Tsukiyama walks in, and he says, time to crush you once and for all. And then the Cabaret Grand with it. Honestly, I'm impressed that you've made it this far, but, it's the end of the line, Majima. So you do the Cabaret Club battle. His special ability is Moon Devil Hand. We found the Devil Hand.
Oh my god, it took so long, but he is here.
The Devil Hand is here. It's Tsukiyama.
With Tsukiyama the whole time, and he was in Osaka trying to find Lee, the God Hand.
Yeah, the whole time.
Is it possible? Here's a question, because I don't think it ever gets answered. Is it possible that Tsukiyama was the one who rigged Lee's car to explode?
It's quite possible, and then Sarah was just.
I don't think Sarah would have killed him because Sarah's not trying to get.
I mean, Sagawa is who we're supposed to think it is at first, at least, until we find out that it's actually Tsukiyama that did it.
Yeah, it was definitely Tsukiyama because he wanted to get the God Hand, which he just chopped right off of.
Sagawa just happened to be there.
Yeah,
he capitalized on an opportunity. Meanwhile, in the background, if you freeze frame, he's only there for like one frame. You'll see Tsukiyama chopping off Lee's
an Easter
arm.
egg. He's got a hacksaw, and he's become more powerful than anyone could ever. This is like a secret story that happens in the background, so a lot of people don't know about this. That's why you come to podcast.
It's basically it's like an ARG kind of.
Yeah, it really is. This will come back up when we get to Kiwami. Like what happens with Tsukiyama when he gets both the God Hand and the Devil Hand. What does Moon Devil Hand do to sort of your business.
So I mentioned last week that with Club Venus, they had ran out of like effects they could do, so they just started combining the ones from the previous 3. This one
does this one do everything?
Yeah, this one just does everything. It kicks out
It
deaths.
just makes everyone leave.
It drains the HP and the skills of your girls.
Everyone leaves and everyone dies and everyone gets horribly sick from
That's the power of the devil hand. That's all it does.
That's what it can do. It makes hostesses feel worse.
Great.
It's actually not that powerful of a weapon, all things considered.
Yeah, they just get kind of a stress headache, and they take a few ibuprofen and wait a few hours. They'll be fine, but like, you know.
Here's the thing. Check this out.
In the moment.
Because we know what the God Hand can do. It can give a really, really good massage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what the grift is that you use the devil hand to make people feel bad and stressed, and then you capitalize with your God Hand to give them a good massage, and you become the greatest masseuse in all of Sotenbori.
We've unlocked it. We've cracked the code.
We've cracked Nagoshi's secret Yakuza 0 story.
Yeah. The one
this is the stuff that Sega doesn't want you to know about. No one's talking about Tsukiyama, the God Devil Hand.
We're the only ones where you can get this information. We're the only ones that have found this out.
This is really
more observant than anybody.
I mean, so far we've cracked 3 of Nagoshi's biggest codes, which is that Nishiki taught Kiryu how to take off his Yakuza jacket, and then we also figured out that that Shimano is Wario.
And that Kazuma is Mario.
Kazuma's Mario. That one still makes me laugh to think about because of how true it is. And now we figured out that when Hylie is the God Hand and that Tsukiyama's the Devil Hand. All right. So suppose that we do defeat Tsukiyama. What does this unlock for Majima's life? And just what happens next?
So you beat Tsukiyama and he says, No, I couldn't have lost. I needed to crush the Cabaret Grand. This isn't what I wanted. And Majima's like, well, hey, I'm right here. You want to crush the Cabaret Grand? That's fight? I'm the guy who runs it. Why don't we just fight? Why don't you just fight me? So they fight. You fight him outside on the street in front of the club. He's not too bad. He's got a big health bar. I think he's got a blue health bar. But he's not too bad. I mean, your main obstacle, especially if you're using Slugger, I mean, really only if you're using Slugger, to be honest, will be the walls, just your bat clanging off of them.
Majima, I've created the most unbeatable boss fight arena of all. It's
a narrow alleyway. Yeah, and that's exactly where Club Sunshine is, so it's always kind of a pain.
Yeah, it's a terrible place to have a boss fight, which is really funny because it's right next door to the park, which is a great place to have a boss fight.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also
they never have any
ever
boss
used
fights
to fight. Well, that's because Kameki's there.
That's because all of the sub-stories are there. And
remember when Kameki is in this game and that we mentioned him probably 3 times?
Yeah, we kind of skipped over his stuff.
It's not that, like, it's just combat tutorials.
Yeah, I mean, that's all of it.
But just for all of our listeners, Kameki, when you play Yakuza 0, you're going to see Kameki all the time, so just know.
Yeah,
I say that only
out
because...
in the park.
Yeah, I'll say this only because maybe this isn't the last we see of old Kameki.
Yeah, so you kick his ass and he says, "No, you kicked my ass. How could this be?
This means I have to stop doing club ownership for some reason.
Let me tell you, well, since you beat me up, now I have to tell you why I want to destroy the Cabaret Grand. Let me tell you my tragic backstory." And he says,
me and my wife, we were nice club owners and we were doing it perfectly legally, but once I was parked at a stoplight and the Cabaret Grand rolled through and ran over my wife.
Kind of basically. He says the Cabaret Grand killed my mother. She used to work there. You know, my dad, I never knew him, but my mom, she was a single mother and she supported us with the meager earnings she made at the Cabaret Grand until one day she was accused of stealing money and they fired her. No matter, she never would have done that. She was an upstanding woman. She wouldn't. And then she got blacklisted and no other club would hire her because she was a thief. and then it was found she was so desperate and at her wits' end, she took out a life insurance policy on herself and then committed suicide. Yeah, great stuff. As it turns out, it was one of the bookkeepers at the Cabaret Grand that had stolen the money. But,
of course.
Yeah, so if they had looked just a little bit deeper, they would have found out, but they didn't.
It was Majima just grabbed a big handful from the till so he could use it to play his favorite claw games.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to get the pink bunchon for the little girl that stands outside the Sega High-Tech Land.
Sorry for your mom, but
I hired her mom at the club. You want to meet her?
Oh my god.
He says this was all before your time, of course, but I still want to destroy the Cabaret Grand. And then Majima,
but I'm still very mad at you personally, Goro Majima.
And then Majima's like, don't you realize that this is just kind of, you're doing the same thing, but to other people, like by putting,
Hey,
countless
Tsukiyama,
women.
don't you realize that you keep murdering people?
Don't you realize this is kind of a cycle of violence, and that you need to end the cycle?
And then I checked the copy of my box of Yakuza 0, and it was The Last of Us 2 the whole time. Whoa. Violence is bad. You heard it here, folks.
And he says, yeah, I guess. I knew that, but going in, but I just had to put it aside. But I think you're right. I think I'm going to reform, and and then he gets shot. Kotomi has pulled a gun.
It's in a cutscene.
No. It's still in the sub-story type cutscenes.
It's playing the funny sub-story music when he gets shot.
Yeah, it's playing the guitar.
It's playing. But then after he gets shot, it plays the sad sub-story music that we play when good characters die.
Yeah. Kotomi has shot him.
Oops. I'm sure it was an accident.
He says, Kotomi, why? Why would you do this to me? And she says, because you're not making me money anymore. I was only in it for the money, and if you're going to, quit the club thing, then, you're useless to me. I'm just going to kill you. And then a bunch of goons walk up behind her, and she's like, all right, Majima, we're going to end this. You meet me at the Cabaret Grand whenever you're ready. And I'm going to kill you and just take over the whole thing and make money off of this. Bye.
Bye. That's how it works in Cabaret Club management. You just kill the manager and then you get to take over the club.
Yeah.
Easy.
Majima crouched over Tsukiyama. He's like, Tsukiyama, please.
Tsukiyama,
stay
don't
with
die.
us. Stay with us.
I've just decided that you're my friend
Tsukiyama,
now.
no! We cut back inside the Club Sunshine, and it's revealed Tsukiyama is in a coma. He's in critical condition.
Oh, no!
But he's still alive.
This is the saddest. I can safely say this is the saddest thing that has happened to Majima in this chapter. This is the saddest. Yeah.
The saddest thing that has happened or will happen. Yeah. So Majima, it's time to end this.
He goes with Tsukiyama to the hospital, and he's running with him while he's on the stretcher, and he's like, "You pulled through, Tsukiyama!
Don't you dare! Don't you
die on me!" Rolling through the door, and then he's just sitting outside the door. Oh God. Are we wrapping up? Are we wrapping up Cabaret Club this week?
Oh yeah, we're going to the Cabaret Grand, baby. We're gonna finish this up. You go there, it's empty except for her and her goons, and she says, "This is what I've been waiting on you, Majima, because with the Cabaret Grand and Club Sunshine under my control, I can make so much money. I can finally be happy.
I can be a super billionaire. Which is a thing that exists.
You can't be happy without money, and I intend to use that money to buy as much happiness as I can afford. And the money that I have even bought all of these trained martial artists and assassins from all over the globe to fight you and kill you, and they just look like normal guys.
Laugui is there. He's also there.
Yeah, what's up? I found this.
He's taking side gigs.
Yeah, I found this on Craigslist. I'm moonlighting. Dojima's not going to be very happy, but there's not really much he can do about it.
No.
And she says, yeah, they're going to kill you. So you fight them. You fight the goons. And you knock them out. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
They're pretty tough. Like, they're just like high-level goons, you know, between a boss and a normal goon. They've got big health bars. They hit kind of hard.
These are the packs of goons that are like the premium $100 goon buy in bulk at Yakuza Costco.
Oh yeah, these cost, you know, like at least 50%.
These are the ones where you have to have the store clerk unlock the cabinet to pick these guys out.
Yeah, those other guys we fought on the roof, those are store brand. That's Great Value Goons. These are these are name brand, baby. So you beat them up, you knock the last guy out. And suddenly, Majima has a revelation.
Whoa, holy shit.
He looks off into the middle distance. And he realizes, what if I used a knife?
What if I've been carrying this knife with me the entire game, but I've never thought to have it in my inventory. Isn't that strange?
Yeah, so this is none other than Mad Dog style. Yeah,
it's Mad Dog style.
Majima has a revelation, and he unlocks his Mad Dog style, which we'll talk about more.
What if I use knife, but not right now?
What if I use knife and look crazy, man?
What if I make a funny, crazy face while I fight? That would make me really cool. Oh, Majima, how we love you! What a weird man you are. I think it's time that we catch a taxi cab.
Wait, no, I'm not done.
No? Oh, there's more. I forgot the story happens.
There's still more. You knock the guy out.
I thought you beat up the goons, and then Kotomi says, "Okay, goodbye. I will do ethical club ownership now. Farewell."
Basically, I mean, she's like, "Yeah, if I had had money, my sister wouldn't have died." Wah.
She says my sister also was run over by Club Sunshine.
Well, she reveals that her sister needed life-saving surgery, but she didn't have the money to get it, and that's why she just wants nothing but money now. And
that's how she rose through the ranks of the Tojo clan.
Yeah, sure, and yeah, sounds a little familiar if you've played another
it's a little
one of the
familiar.
Games in the series. So then Tsukiyama walks in. He's still like bent double. He's still feeling pain from that shot he took about 5 minutes ago.
Thank you for those beautiful flowers and that thoughtful card that you left me.
A box of chocolates. I'll never forget it.
Fastest coma of all time.
And he says, Kotomi, please, you need to stop this. We can be ethical together. We can start a new club. It'll be the best club, and we'll do it.
It'll be like
good.
The end of Ratatouille.
Yeah.
It'll be nice. It'll be a small time thing, but it'll be something that's heartfelt and sentimental to us both.
And she says, okay. And Majima says, that's good. You should be happy again. A woman's most powerful weapon is her smile.
Oh, this is so dumb. I hate when he says that shit.
You should smile more.
Majima's catchphrase is, you should smile more, sweaty, haha. Oh, don't cry, so beautiful.
And then they say, this, even though we've turned a new leaf, we did still do a lot of crimes and kill several people.
Yeah, the police show up to arrest Kotomi and Tsukiyama for all of the murders that they committed.
We're gonna turn ourselves in, but we promise you, Majima, we're gonna be ethical once we get out.
When we get out of the 5 murders or the 4 murders that we've committed.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be out with plenty of time to open up a club and be ethical together.
And Majima's like, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
I can't wait to see you. I'll be there when you're out.
We cut back to Club Sunshine sometime later, and everybody's rushing in. It's time for another day at work. Yuki she's kind of scatterbrained. Her hair is not done. Ai-chan is offering to do it. Saki has been working 20 days straight, which
Saki. That's Majima. That's
Majima's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's having a good time. They're together. They're getting ready for work. Majima walks in and he's like, "Yeah, everybody ready? Everybody put your hands in. Sunshine!" And then they open the club. It's open for business. Yay! And that's the end of the Cabaret Club Czar storyline.
And then Majima realizes, oh fuck, I was in the middle of something. Goodbye.
Bye.
He hops in a taxi cab and he leaves.
Yoda, you own the club. You should probably just run it from now on. There are no threats left. You do this.
Yoda, promise to me, make me a promise that you'll be ethical. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, goodbye. I'm leaving Sotenbori forever now. Farewell.
I'll be back in like 20 years to check on you.
I will be back in another game. See you later. All right, it's time to go to the Sebastian building in Roppongi for real this time.
Yes.
We see the roof of the Sebastian building. It's all fancy up there. They have like a bunch of Yakuza, and then there's a nice table set up for basically the empty lot signing ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
And all the Dojima lieutenants are there, all three of them, and Dojima himself. And Makoto's there, and I'm looking through my notes to get to the part where Makoto is there, and I found the part now. Oh, and also Lao Gui is there. He took the taxi cab back from Sotenbori.
Yeah, he was in the same cab with Majima. It was kind of awkward.
It was really awkward, wasn't it?
Look, man, no hard feelings. It's just a job, all right? Don't look.
Yeah, look, I'm doing this. It's a living, you know. I don't care. Like, I'm not mad. Dojima says, great job to our new captain, Shibusawa, who found Makoto, who owned the empty lot. And then Shibusawa says, don't give me all the credit. My fuck up Kyodai, they helped me too. And
my
they
fail Kyodai. I couldn't have done it.
My fail Kyodai. And then Dojima's like, so you're going to sell me the empty lot to Makoto? And Makoto's just like, I don't give a shit about that patch of concrete that's caused me all that trouble. And then Dojima
hey, your grandpa left that for you.
He pulls out a letter that Elder Chen wrote him. He's like, well, Elder Chen told me that your grandfather bought this land as a beacon to his daughter, and that it's
kind of messed up that
it's a little messed up.
A man's love for his daughter
could cause so much trouble for his granddaughter.
Isn't that us? Are we the baddies?
Wait, is this our fault? And then Makoto says, it doesn't.
He says, I'm disbanding the Dojima family. We've been doing a bad thing, guys. What are we doing?
I didn't realize that we were dragging an innocent woman into all of this. That's fucked up. But Makoto names her price, and her price is the most epic and twisted thing of all. She says that they can keep their 1 billion. What she wants to see is the heads of the three lieutenants lined up right in front of him.
Because they were responsible for the death of her brother.
That's her price. She wants all
Tachibana Real Estate.
Her brother, who's Tatsu Tachibana. In case you weren't listening, and this is your first episode.
Yeah.
And then Dojima, he's. Oh wait, that's all we see.
We don't
and then
see
downstairs.
The response.
Yeah. Downstairs, the Dojima lightweight. Bulk name brand or store brand Yakuza are like, boy, I sure hope that Goro Majima doesn't come out of that elevator.
Hey, we got someone coming up the elevator. He's got an eye patch and a ponytail, but he's pretty scrawny.
It's probably not Goro Majima. That would be
probably
a big problem. And then he comes out and he is Goro Majima. And these are the Yakuza who do know who Majima is in Kamurocho.
Yeah, they've been around for like, a couple of weeks.
They've been around for a couple of years, yeah. Majima literally just says, like, I have more important things to do right now. I don't have time to waste on your trash. Clear a path or bleed, it's your call. And then they don't clear a path, and then they do bleed, and it was their call.
Yeah, you just beat them up. It's no big deal.
Yep.
Majima storms through the door onto the roof. Just in time for Makoto turns around to see him and gets shot in the back by Lao Gui.
And it's in a cutscene.
It's in a cutscene.
That means it does that means it does real damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Majima is I don't know if you can believe this, but Majima is not happy. And Dojima and his crew, including Lao Gui, they all get in a cool helicopter and fly away. Yeah.
Awano kind of sneers at Majima from the helicopter.
Awano sneers. Shibusawa makes completely neutral. We don't know what he's thinking.
He
facing.
Probably adjusts his glasses. I don't remember. But
and then Kuze just another one of his fingers falls off in shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Majima's pissed.
He's he is surrounded by like 24 guys or so. He's like 24 dudes around him, and he rips his shirt off because he went to advanced Yakuza school, so he knows how to do it. And then he basically says, "I'm dragging you all down." This is what his direct quote is like: "I'm dragging you all down to hell with me. No one leaves alive."
Yeah,
He's never killed anyone.
He's never killed anyone. But
I think this is now
still a pretty raw line.
Yeah, it's so badass. I love it. I love Majima. He's gone sicko mode in the best possible way. I think this is now the perfect time.
Yet. Oh
no,
I can't wait until we
no. I think this is the perfect time for Majima to try out his brand new Mad Dog style. What do you say?
Yeah. Mad Dog style is a lot of fun. So it has a pretty limited moveset. Like it only has it has a rush combo, and it has like a finisher which transitions in. Like the unique thing about it is that once you do a finisher, it transitions into like Mad Dog rush mode, where you're just running around and you can continue to do what the game calls chomps. So you like press the attack button and you'll stab a guy, basically. You'll do a roll and then you will continue running until you run out of heat, or you miss, or you just stop it on your own.
It's kind of like the Majima version of a Sonic spin dash. Just the homing attacks going from one guy to another.
Well, I mean, you have to guide him, so it's not, it's not homing.
Well, yeah.
Since he's using a knife, of course, he can't be blocked by most goons unless they're using a weapon, so it's very, very useful. He's pretty limited on heat moves. He basically only has like the normal dagger heat moves and one special one where he can take out like 3 or 4 guys at once.
Oh yeah.
It ends with him like kicking his dagger into a guy's chest. It's pretty cool.
I do want to say what's cool about Mad Dog style is obviously, and we haven't gotten to that, of course, but in the later games, like in Yakuza 1, when we first meet Majima, in the series, he's famously fights with a knife, and that's like his signature weapon, which is why his legend style is a knife.
Yeah,
his knife.
This is a recreation of his fighting style from the other games where you couldn't play as him, but like he has a lot of like similar moves, including, instead of a grab, he has like
a stab.
A spinning attack. His like tornado spin that he does.
So you can actually use this this set in the. I didn't realize this when I played this, but when you do the little standalone Majima story that we'll definitely talk about when we get to Kiwami 2,
of course,
you can use Mad Dog style again, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's not exactly the same, but
but you get to use the tornado attack.
Yeah, the tornado is there because that's like one of his absolute signature moves.
Yeah.
And that's really all there is to it. Like, it doesn't have a huge move set, but it is very, very strong, especially if you can master. It has a counter, which it's similar to another counter that we'll get to with Kiryu, but like,
God, I can't wait to get to that counter.
And just in how strong it is and how much damage it does, and how it is basically just a hard stop on any attack that comes at you.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, frenetic, it's
completely non-lethal.
Completely non-lethal.
No one, Majima has not killed anyone.
And I guess you can also go over like how it is a combination of his 3 base styles. It's got like the precision, the sort of the acrobatics,
the weapon,
of like Thug and Breaker, as well as of course using a weapon like Slugger does.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
So Majima has non-lethally with his knife dispatched. He's gone sicko mode and he's non-lethally dispatched all of the Yakuza goons. He's run up to Makoto, who is lying still on the pavement. He's very upset.
She says,
and
"I'm sorry." She
yeah, she
apologizes.
says this was a really. She says it was a really bad idea.
Is this when we get the flashback?
Yes, this is when we see what really happened.
Yeah, so we get a comic style flashback to what happened, like when she asked for Dojima to kill his own lieutenants, and he's like, "No, I'm
my
not gonna do
boys, my poor Dojima." Dojima says,
Yeah,
you
you
really think that my poor sweet sons would you'd let me? I would kill them just for your land." My little baby precious boys.
3 awful adult fail sons. Do you think I would just kill them like that?
My 2 fail sons and also Shibusawa. You think I'd kill them?
Over a tiny patch of land? Look here, toots. That patch of land, that wouldn't be worth anything unless, you know, the person who owns it caused a big fuss. Nobody even knew about it until, you know, even the bureaucrats didn't know about it until we started buying up all the land around it. So, you know, unless the person who owned that land started making a fuss, the Kamurocho revitalization project can go right through smoothly for us and the bureaucrats. So, since you're the only one still breathing who has any claim on that land, we can just get rid of you. And that's when Lao Gui pulls the gun on him and Majima storms in.
Yep. Before he shoots her, he says women and children need to know, never fuck with the Yakuza, which is really funny in this series where women and children constantly fuck with the Yakuza.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happens like all the time. It's a very common story thread.
Yeah.
Yeah. We cut back to the present timeline. Makoto is like, I say the present timeline as if that didn't happen approximately 2 to 3 minutes ago. Makoto is like, yeah, the people, there's like footsteps that are coming from the elevator. We don't know who they are, but someone's coming.
You can guess who it is.
Yeah, it's Masaru Serra and his boys, who are unmasked. They're not wearing the funny masks.
Yeah, Makoto's like, I'm sorry, I was so stupid. I should have known I wouldn't have been able to do all of this on my own.
Yeah, and then, yeah.
The Nikio Consortium storms in.
They pick her up. They all each grab a limb.
Yeah, there's like 6 guys there, and they don't even have a stretcher. They just pick her up and carry her out.
Yeah, and then they run her through the elevator.
And Sarah says,
hup, while they do it.
Yeah, Majima, don't worry, we're gonna take care of her, and you're coming with us. And that's kind of the end of the chapter.
No, it's not, because then we get the shot of Majima running next to Makoto, who's on the stretcher, as the surgeons wheel her into surgery, and he says, please don't die. Please don't die, and say hi to Tsukiyama while you're in there.
I forgot that actually happened.
That was why I made the joke. And then the last shot is the wide shot of they wheel her through the door into the operating room, and then it's Majima just like sitting next to the
It's the shot from door. Ground Zeroes where Kaz is yelling at Big Boss in the other bed, like, "Don't you die on me!" But it's Tsukiyama yelling at Makoto.
Yeah, he doesn't know her, but he cares about her.
Yeah.
And then I think possibly besides last week, the most tone deaf of the you did it. Here's 100 million yen.
Chapter
this
complete.
is as much as you did it. But that is the end of our chapter.
40 very expensive sports cars. Wow.
What if Makoto dies in the operating room? But that's the end of the chapter.
But is it worth 1 Makoto Makimura?
That's right. Majima? How much is it, Majima? Would you put 100 million yen price tag on Makoto's head? No. Why wouldn't you? What? It seems like maybe there's things that matter to people more than just money. Now that we're done with the chapter, I think we should move into some questions. If you have a question,
just a quick update on the Aha water.
Oh yeah, how's that going? Is it still there?
I just keep looking at it, and I'm like, I don't want to continue with
Each time you look at it, your desire to take a sip decreases.
Yeah, I really do not want to take a sippy of this. I just did, and I was like, I don't. Like I said, it's
The
more
honeymoon
pleasant.
period.
It's more pleasant than other sparkling waters, but that's not saying much, and it's still pretty bad. And I think I will just pour it down the drain once we're done here.
Bit over.
Yeah.
So if you have a question for us, you can go to our Twitter, which is twitter.com/podcastgagotoku. That's podcast GAGOTOKU. Every week before we record, I make a post about the episode, and you can leave your questions below. This week I mentioned the fact that they went on the funny not a date to the takoyaki stand.
Yeah.
And that's why we've got 2 date-related questions. Here's one from friend of the show, Dan. It's Mike_Dawson. It says, Where would you take your date while in Camarocho? For the sake of coming up with ideas, you can go to places that Kiryu can't, like NY Hot Dog at the Pachinko Parlor. I want to say for the record that I would go to NY Hot Dog on my own. I don't think I would take a date there.
I wouldn't take a date to NY Hot Dog.
It's got to be Club Sega, right? Or Sega High Tech Land.
I think it depends.
Super.
I think if it's like a first date, like probably
You're right.
Cafe Alps would be a good place.
Cafe Alps would be a good first date, but when it's time for the ride of your life, Argyle, you know where you gotta go.
You know where you gotta go.
You gotta go play Super Hang On.
Yeah, you and your partner playing, Super Hang On. They only have one machine, so you can't I don't even know if that game has 2 players.
Well, it's like you can it's
compete,
like in the
compare your
movie,
high
you
scores.
can sit on the back. You can sit on the back and while the other person plays.
Exactly.
I know the greatest date spot. It's where you can make the big bucks. It's called the JCC.
No.
Just kidding.
Don't take your partner to the JCC.
Yeah, you don't ever want to go on a date to the JCC unless it's to dismantle the JCC. So first you gotta hit up the what's it called? The Tsukita building, just to get some funds for the date that you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know what? That's there's one that's called like Disco Club Boy or something. Disco Boy Club. That's a fun place to go on a date.
Go to Sexy Pub Prison.
Sexy Pub Prison, that's a classic. You can go to Discotheque Saloon Maharaja for some dancing. And then, of course, what's a date without Pocket Circuit?
Yeah, the bowling alley. That'd be a great place to go.
If you take a date to Pocket Circuit, you're basically just rubbing it in to Fighter. Is the sad part. So maybe don't do that because we respect our sweet friend.
Maybe don't take a date to the bowling alley either, because the girl behind the counter will get
We'll get weird and fetishy for you.
Really weird for the 2 of you.
Well, you have to have bad bowling form, and then she wouldn't care. And here's a kind of great follow-up question about that. This is from friend of the show, Stephen Moore, a.k.a. Marshmallow, on Twitter. She says, what are our boys' favorite dates? Our perfect dates? So I guess we're talking Kiryu and Majima. Mm-hmm. I feel like Majima knows how to have a good date. Majima would go to like a nice restaurant kind of guy. He'd obviously wear his bow tie that he doesn't wear when he's normally out.
Yeah, take him out to a nice restaurant, maybe see a movie or go bowling. Something nice.
Kiryu is a stay in with a pizza kind of guy.
Kiryu would go to any hot dog with a date.
He'd be like,
I wanted a hot dog.
You want to stay in with a pizza? Well, I know the perfect place to get a pizza. And then he goes to Smile Burger and he's like, order me a pizza. I don't know how to do it. Yeah, Kiryu would go to NY Hot Dog. He would take a date to the arcade. He'd take a date to the arcade, win something out of the claw machine, and then keep it for himself.
What?
Check it out! I got a Gon from Super Monkey Ball. Aren't you impressed?
I got one of the axolotl things.
Yeah, I got Woo Papa. And then in the middle of the date, he'd have to leave you to do at least 3 sub-stories and just leave you on a bench somewhere. So I think, this is a,
Babe, hold up.
like a...
somebody's having some trouble over there. We need to help them out.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a
Stay
crossword.
here.
They have a crossword puzzle they're doing. You want to help them?
No, I need to help them. It's my content. Yeah, his date is like, oh, could I maybe help them? He's like, no, it's my content. This is a story for me.
This is, of course, in between, like, him locking eyes with guys from, like, across the street and getting into fights with them and their 5
Yeah,
friends.
every time you go anywhere, he gets into at least 3 fights. If you see someone on the street who's getting like picked on by a Yakuza, he's gonna stop and beat the fuck out of them. He's gonna go to a convenience store to refill on staminums, of course, to recover from health after the lots of fights.
Hey babe, can you hold all
like
these mandarin oranges?
but give me one of them. I need to show you something really cool.
Yeah, check this out.
He would definitely take you to meet Bacchus, and show you how he can counter people really good. So I think in general, you know, if you were posting your Yakuza Imagines, I think definitely dating Majima is a much a better experience than dating Kiryu. He'll take you out for some takoyaki, and get you more while you disappear from the park bench, and then Kiryu would definitely just fight people and do sub stories instead of going on a date with you.
Yeah, he wouldn't even notice that you're going.
And the question is perfect date, and that is a perfect date for Kiryu for sure. That's what he'd ideally be doing.
Yeah.
Yep. And that is all of our questions. So let's take it to the close of the episode. And thank you all very much for listening to another episode of Like a Podcast, aka Podcast Gago Toku. You can find all of our episodes at yakuzapod.com. You can share our podcast, review our podcast, give money to our non-existent Patreon. Don't actually do that. You can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/podcastgagotoku. I already spelled it, so I'm not going to spell it again. Mm-hmm. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/bradifusrex. You can follow Argyle on Twitter at twitter.com/Argyle_funk. Argyle, where can we find you in your other podcasting endeavors?
I am also on a podcast about Yu-Gi-Oh! It's called Pot of Greed. I almost said the name of the other Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast that we've become friends with since yesterday. No.
Congratulations on becoming friends with a second Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast.
Yay! It's called Pot of Greed. We just recorded our 100th episode a couple days ago, and that'll be up
Congrats!
in about a week. But you should also listen to episode 99 and all the other episodes. Episode 99 was really fun.
I only listen to episode 100s of every podcast. It's kind of like the podcast episode 1, but it's called episode 100, and it's a new thing I'm coming up with.
Yeah. It's fun. It's a good podcast, and I love doing it.
It is a good podcast.
And I love doing this one too.
You can find me on Jurgenit. You can find that. Oh, and you can find what's the Pot of Greed's URL?
Oh, that's at Pot of Greed Cast on Twitter, or potofgreed.tumblr.com. You can also go to kaiba.online, and that just links to our Discord right now.
Oh, speaking of Discords, you can join our Podcast Gago Toku Discord at the link provided in every episode. I literally forget to do that almost every week, and I'm gonna try to remember better this time. And you can find me on Jurgenit. It's a Secret Life of the American Teenager podcast. We've run out of shows, so we're only doing fan fiction now, but the fan fiction is good. And we're about to wrap up our first big one and move on to our second big one.
Wow.
You can find that
the show
podcast.
just keeps going.
It just never stops, really.
You
can find that one.
Secret Life of the American Teenager.
If you listen to Jurgenit, you know that Sam and I, we love all things Secret Life of the American Teenager, and that's why we keep doing it, even though we're done with the show, because we just... I forgot what I was saying about Secret Life of the... Oh, yeah, we just love it so very, very much, and that's why we keep talking about
Maybe
it.
just other ABC family dramas.
Yeah, but I don't really want to do that. Watching the show was miserable.
Yeah,
it sucked.
that's the whole
I hated
point.
doing
That's
it.
the point of the podcast.
Yeah, I know, But the reason I started this podcast was because I wanted to do something that made me happy.
Yeah, but you can keep doing the thing that makes you sad with the thing
Pain and pleasure. Pain and pleasure. Pain and pleasure.
In equal measure.
Exactly. Pain and pleasure in equal measure. The story of Kiryu's life. Thank you all very, very much for listening. And as always, Kiwami means extreme.
Bye-bye.
素直に I love you 届けようきっと You love me 伝わるさ君に合うガラスの靴を探そう二人で Step and Go いつまでも深夜12時を過ぎたって らのラブマジックは時計はしないおいで召しませお姫様